All right, before we begin, I want you to take a few minutes to work on 1 through 4 and see if you can simplify each of these expressions. Now that you've had a couple of minutes, hopefully you paused the video, we're going to go through each of these problems, 1 through 4. All right, with the first one, we have 4 times 2x minus 3. All right, 4 times 2x minus 3. And what I want you to do here is recognize that we need to apply the distributive property. Inside of this expression, we have 2 terms, and each term needs to receive the 4 here. So it's 4 times 2x and 4 times 3. So that this becomes 4 times 2x minus 4 times 3. And now that we've done that, recognize that 4 times 2x is 8x, and 4 times 3 is 12. 8x minus 12, we cannot combine that because those are not like terms. So our final answer is 8x minus 12. All right, with number 2, let's simplify this expression. All right, looking on this line, what should we notice here? Well, notice that we have an x here, and we also have another like term of x, which is 4x. All right, x plus 4x is 5x. So we're done with those like terms. And what we're left with is negative 6 minus 4. All right, so negative 6 minus 4 is negative 10. So this is 5x minus 10. 5x minus 10, or 5x and 10 are not like terms. Therefore, we're done with our simplifying. And this is our final answer. With number 3, we have 2 times w plus 2 plus 3w. All right, here, what we should notice is the parentheses. And since we have that parentheses, we should go ahead and distribute the 2 inside to the w and to the 2. So this result is 2w plus 4 plus 3w. And my question is, are we now done with simplifying? Are we done with simplifying? All right, and the answer should be no, because 3w and 2w are like terms. So we come here, 2w plus 3w is 5w. All right, and then we're left with plus 4. 5w and 4 are not like terms. Therefore, we know that we're done with the simplifying process. All right. Now, number 4. Number 4 says negative x plus 6 plus 3 times x minus 1. This is the problem. Whenever we see parentheses, we want to go ahead and handle that first. So we're going to go ahead and distribute the 3 inside. All right. So we have 3x minus 3 here, right? And then we're going to bring down the rest of the problem. All right, so now in this line, can it be simplified any further? What we should notice is that we have like terms here, negative x and 3x, right? And of course we have our numbers, but we'll get to that in a second. So negative x plus 3x is 2x. And then 6 minus 3 is plus 3. Since 2x plus 3 cannot be, they're not like terms, it can't be simplified any further. And this is our answer, 2x plus 3. So now that we've talked about combining like terms and the distributive property over expressions, let's see how that applies when we're solving equations. All right, but first let's review a few equations and how we solve them. All right, when we solve equations or solve for x, we're asking for the value that makes the statement true. So in number 1, we have x plus 5 equals 7. So we're asking ourselves what plus 5 gives us 7. And you may can think about this a little bit and think, oh, duh, that's 2, right? Awesome. Because it is 2. All right, it is 2. So that's the answer. All right. Another way to do it, if you don't know, is that we see this addition here. So we have to do the opposite operation of addition, which is subtraction. So we just take the 7, instead of adding 5, we subtract 5 from 7, and that gives us our answer of x equals 2. So we do it on both sides, so that's how we get our x equals 2. All right, so that's one way of doing it. Or just trust yourself. What plus 5 gives us 7? It's 2. All right, so that's our answer for number 1. Number 2, we have x minus 1 equals 5. All right, what value of x is going to make this statement true? What minus 1 gives us 5? You got it. It's 6. All right, or another way of looking at the problem is to see that we're dealing with subtraction here, right? And then do the inverse operation, which is addition. So we add 1 to each side to get x equals 6. That's another way of looking at it. So with number 3, we have 3x equals negative 9. 3 times what gives us negative 9? It's not 3, but negative 3. All right, negative 3. So with number 4, we're asking ourselves, what divided by 2 equals 9, right? What divided by 2 equals 9? Well, you guessed it, 18. All right. And if you didn't guess correctly, that's okay. Notice that we're dividing by 2 here. So if we want to get the correct answer, we need to multiply 9 by 2 to get our answer. So the opposite operation. All right. So those were just to warm us up a bit. All right. With number 5, we need to possibly do a little bit of simplifying before we can even talk about solving. Okay. So looking on this left side, can this be simplified? Yep, because they're like terms, right? So negative 6x plus 7x actually gives us 1x equals 4. And we're actually done with the problem because x is solved for. What about with number 6? We have 4x minus 10x equals 18, right? So with this, we need to take the 4x minus 10x. That gives us negative 6x equals 18. So now negative 6 times what gives us 18? Maybe you guessed negative 3. And you're right. Or if you don't know what to do, then use the opposite of multiplication, which is division. So we divide by negative 6, and we have x is equal to negative 3. All right, almost there. With number 7, we have 2 times x minus 2 plus 4 equals 8. So with this parentheses lets us know that we're going to be distributing. So 2 times x and 2 times 2. So that's 2x minus 4 plus 4 equals 8. All right, that negative 4 and positive 4 are going to cancel so that we're left with 2x equals 8. 2 times what is 8? Hopefully we recognize it's 4. All right. If we don't know that it's 4, it's okay. Just do the opposite of multiplication, which is division, and we divide 8 by 2 to get 4. All right, with number 8, we have 5 minus 3x plus 5 equals 12. All right, notice this subtraction symbol is right in front of our parentheses, which lets us know that we need to be distributing there. So we're going to distribute the negative to the 3x and then to the 5, so that we're left with 5 minus 3x minus 5 equals 12. Well, we do have some like terms here. 5 minus 5 is 0, so we cancel that out, and we're left with negative 3x equals 12. So the question is, negative 3 times what gives us 12? X equals negative 4. Very good. All right, finally, number 9. This is going to lead us into a different type of equation called two-step equation. All right, recognize we have parentheses, so we need to be distributing. So we have 3 times 2x and 3 times 1. So we have 6x minus 3 equals 9. All right, and from here, what do? Well, we can do a couple of things, actually. But let me explain first. All right, we have subtraction and we have multiplication. So now it's like, well, what do we do, right? What do we do? Well, PEMDAS is used to simplify expressions. But when we talk about solving equations, we have to go in reverse, okay? So we need to start at the bottom and work our way to the top. So we deal with subtraction first. That's what we reach first at the bottom. And then we're going to deal with the multiplication. All right, so we have minus 3. The opposite of that is plus 3. So we're going to add 3 to each side to end up with 6x equals 12. Okay? Now that we have 6x equals 12, all right, now we're going to handle the multiplication here. The opposite of multiplication is division. So we divide each side by 6 so that we end up with x is equal to 2. All right, now we're going to go a little bit more into this